Hello. Today I'd like to talk about the movie I saw a while ago, maybe 1980s, maybe. It's called this French film called Return of Martin Guerre. The first time I noticed that particular movie is that Gérard Depardieu, the French actor, who became like a big at that time. I think not only in France, I think internationally he became very popular. One of the film, I read the article somewhere, and the Return of Martin Guerre, and the other one is Danton. Danton is the French Revolution, right after Revolution. I think there was several people, got a power and so forth. That's a Danton. But this is called Return of Martin Guerre, Return de Martin Guerre. I think especially Return of Martin Guerre is very intriguing. The story is about this, during the wartime, 19, maybe not 19, I'm sorry. It's about 15th century or 16th century, somewhere around that time, 17th century maybe. In France, I think this guy went to the war and came back after the war. So everybody kind of in a small village, everybody, including his wife, so rejoiced and welcomed him and very happy when he came back. However, maybe after 5 years later or something, another guy claimed, I am the Martin Guerre, and he also crippled and came back from the war. And so that became this first one, or second one, which one is the real Martin Guerre? That's become like a tremendous uproar of the small village, and went to the court and decide which one is a true Martin Guerre. So that's a movie, and it's a beautiful movie, and it's very intriguing. If you don't know anything about this particular story, already I gave you spoilers. But if you don't know anything about it, I think it's much better to see this film. Gérard Depardieu is, I think that I would say he's the greatest film in his career. I think Martin Guerre is his earliest film, and I think he already showed this very good acting and very good deliberation. And so you will enjoy it, and this particular story, I think it's a real story, based on a real story. And this, after Les Miserables and the Miss Saigon, Alain Boublil and Michel Schönberg created two musicals, right? The third one is The Return of Martin Guerre. When Les Mis was created, those two creators thought, Les Miserables is Victor Hugo's the great fiction, great novel. Therefore, it became, attributed to Victor Hugo, right? The story is so interesting and so uplifting, and so second one, the Miss Saigon, which is based on the Madame Butterfly story. Madame Butterfly is about this Japanese woman who fell in love with this American sailor when it was like a 19th century sometime, after the ships came from the US. And so it's about the longing and so forth. So the story is based on this Madame Butterfly story, but it's the background is the Vietnam War. So when Saigon fell, everybody has to flee from the takeover of the communists in Vietnam. So they tried to escape from Vietnam. But anyway, so that particular story is exactly the same as Madame Butterfly. So third one, I think they thought, there's another success maybe. So they thought about, what kind of a story we should adapt to the musical. And so they have chosen, I think based on this particular movie popularity, they chose the Return of Martin Guerre. And when they created this album, I bought the album and I listened to it, and it's good. The album was good, but I wasn't sure that's become beautiful success again. And then no, when it's premiered in London, it wasn't good hit, and it closed very early, and it never came to the Broadway. So that's a Return of Martin Guerre. But movie, I think if you get hold of the DVD or something, I think it's worthwhile. And when you see it, you don't wanna, you don't want any spoilers. So forget about what I said, and just watch from the beginning to the end. Very beautiful acting and a very interesting story there. So that's why my few cents today. And so December 1st. Okay, bye.